Chaos. Interesting note as well that the last ban that Mouz had, so it was the second last ban before the map was chosen, the ban was Oregon. And I was starting to get a little worried there. You know, we see that Clubhouse and Coastline are taking out of rotation because they were played previously. And then the first two bans coming out were, I believe, Villa Bank. So that left Oregon kind of in this mix of three available. I was starting to think maybe we'd see a fast-paced Oregon game between these two teams, but looks like the pace will also be slowed down on console. We lose the Nomad and we lose the Ying in the attacking bans. See what the defender bans are. See if the Mira gets banned. No, we lose a Valkyrie in the ban phase. Now we're just waiting to see what the last one is. I imagine Mira will actually get let through here, as it just was in our previous game between G2 and Penta. And yes, Maestro will be taking out of the equation. So we finally see an Echo. The first time we've seen an Echo all day.
Yeah.
Echo was allowed last game because it was Smoke and... Oh, no, it was Smoke and Echo banned yesterday, or last game, sorry. So yeah, our first game where Echo is not banned on the defensive side.
This is usually not the Maestro being removed, right?
Yeah.
Usually the Mira and then something else, but even Mira slipped through. I guess, unlike EU usually. But there you go. Chaos turning off on the attack, and I would not be surprised if that Monty stuck. Secretly plays a ton of the Monty. These, like, basically, if there's any team that plays Shields more... Oh, no. No, I'm completely wrong. Throw me out of here.
My problem with Shields on console, they don't work all that well, honestly.
And they push you into a very tiny hole to move through. Like, you don't have much flexibility around it.
Also, just getting, because when you're defending... So first of all, we're starting on a lobby defense, which is a little atypical, but we saw a couple lobby defenses last game. I think lobby defense would be your best opportunity to use a Monty, because unless you're just going to try and push a Monty through the garage holes, you're not really going to be doing a lot with Monty, because everyone's going to play so far back from the garage panels. Maybe push him down yellow. Also, getting him upstairs, he's got to be on a rappel at some point, which means he's exposed. Unless he's just going to walk up a staircase, which both are guarded quite heavily on the top floor defenses. Monty just does not have a lot of play, a lot of safe play anyway on a consulate.
That's very true. I mean, what are you going to walk up the yellow stairs?
Good luck.
You're not going to have a lot of...
It's a long, challenging road.
The long and winding road. Isn't that a song as well? It is. Why do I even ask you?
I don't know any of your songs, man.
These are very old. So like, okay, I know you're only into Lil Pump or whoever.
No. Don't even start that rumor.
You hear that, chat? I've seen his phone. I've seen his iTunes library. There you go. Extentation or whatever they call. In the meantime, Crips is gonna do his best joystick impression. Go up at the Ash, into the cafeteria, burn through all of these bits of barbed wire. The not great thing is that in this situation, you don't have a Habana, which would have been fantastic in this spot to just open up a hole and push the smoke away, but you don't have that option. Shate as well, playing on the Echo, is going to have a decent chunk of an effect. We've seen him doing a lot of work with that. And secretly, a bit too far away, he'll actually get shot. Comfy with a close angle, still holding the back by the connector. It's a great early shot with just a bit of damage, or actually half damage traded off here on the smoke to eliminate the sledge before he can use his grenades.
Oh, fantastic. The Gonfi's upstairs with him as the Doc. Slavin taking a lot of damage and will finally fall. The Renewals repelled outside on the antechamber windows. They traded out eventually at the midway point in the round, and Gonfi still has yet to use one of his stim pistols to boost up his friend Boonsey. But Shate, in the meantime, will take down Crips, and there goes Boonsey from the A balcony windows. Vidalin will take him down in the Thermite. You still have Gonfi playing upstairs in Connector, and Shate providing support, and Wilkie on the Pulse, providing the calls from all the way downstairs. It's a tough battle here for Gonfi to contend with. He's got two on that A-Balc. Ooh, lots of shots sent in. He's going to boost himself back up just slightly over 100. Shate coming up yellow stairs in support, so the ACOG brethren in the midst of a hotly contested battle for this A-Balcony window, and Mouse,
they're not going to move. No. They're literally not going to move. Shate, a long angle to be held by the yellow stairs. He'll find the kill and take down Renewals. Vidlane and Redgroove last 2 alive, but it's unfortunate because they have a Yokai right up close to them, and they dive. Gomfi will find 1, not the second. Vidlane somehow still alive. That's the MP5 nerf in play as we speak. Shate doesn't even... Oh, there you go. Bye-bye.
I mean, the Nitro Cell is overkill. You could have just tapped him through the floor, but I like it. Wilkie will lock it out, and Mouz will take a lobby defense on round number 1.
Round number 1, directed by Michael Bay.
It's overkill. You don't need to do it, but oh well. He was literally 1 HP. 1 bullet through the floor, even with a UMP, through floorboards would have done it. So, console, upstairs, the antithesis of what we were seeing G2 run. G2 did not go upstairs at all in their 4 defensive rounds, of which they won all of them. It'll be Mouz in their 2nd round, heading to the top floor. 6 picking off on Mira, though, is Wilkie. So, also in stark contrast to what we were seeing Penta run upstairs with Mira available to them. They're running the break room Mira and the connector room Mira. And looks like Mouz just don't want to screw with that at all. Shate will still take it the Echo, though. Shate's going to have a lot of fun on Echo. Shate, predominantly known for being one of those better Mira players.
But also...
But, hey, you give him an MP5 SD with that ACOG as well, the 2 Yokais, he's going to have some fun throughout the map, being a constant nuisance. And around there from Mouz, I mean, that battle, without... Even while you lost Boonsey inside of Projector, inside of Meeting Room, they still held it at range with those ACOGs. That was kind of the difference with Gomfi and Shate up the yellow stairs and inside a connector with those ACOGs. Didn't even need personnel inside after it was fully reinforced off. They couldn't rotate back through flag. Easy hold.
The thing is, Chaos's Valkyrie ban makes a lot of sense because Wilkie plays the Valkyrie quite a bit on this map specifically, and obviously information game, yada, yada, yada. We kind of have gone through that quite a bit now. Whereas that Maestro ban from Mousesports actually plays perfectly in their hands. Sure, Maestro, great operator, no way around it. Alda, probably one of the best guns in video game history. I mean, it's better than the BFG, trust me. However, banning him doesn't affect Mousesports at all because they can just put Shate on the Echo. Grenade's gonna bounce to the back. A bit of damage done to Gomfi, but outside of that, nothing done. And Crips playing the Ashe. Of course, the R4C with the bikini body, a charm on it. Make sure to support your favorite streamers, by the way. I actually gave Bikini money to have that charm, so I feel bad.
Look at this drone downstairs spotting out Wilkie inside of the office in the basement. He's got him locked down. There's no way out. Crips is locking him in, but Shate again peeking with that ACOG as an Echo. You don't like to peek in that scenario, especially this early in, but if you're winning your gunfights, by all means, Shate, go on a run. Secretly will fall, and Crips maybe doesn't know that Wilkie's locked in. Shate is going to take a lot of damage upstairs in the bathroom from a repelled upside-down Renewals with the lifeline through the floor. Precarious angle to try and hold, but Renewals, we finished off by Slebin. And another aggressive peek coming out from Redgroove on those B windows to try and trade one back. Finally, Crips will spot Wilkie downstairs. And that long haul downstairs with the drone and the patience executed from Crips will reward him with 1 kill.
Mouz are really so Finnish. They just do not come off these angles. It's actually insane to watch. They can hold on to them forever, and Crips is going to try to come in from the back, but there's already Boonsey just waiting for him. Oh, Crips! He's going to win it out. Gomfi to go down, but there's still the smoke to deal with. And Crips moving into by the soda can dispenser, basically. There's not a lot of time for him to play with this, and has to watch for so many different angles. You can tell Chaos just really don't know where everybody is, as Crips takes a lot of damage from the opposite end. Shate has healed back up. Now Slebin comes in from behind. Crips is going to get shot down. Vidlane for the plant, but the Echo, the Yokai drone, will close it off. EMP is going to get chucked in, but is it a bit too late? It doesn't matter anymore. Boonsey will find the kill on Vidlane. Redgroove's the last man alive, and all 3 players are going to focus on him. They run out the pre-fire, but Redgroove is ready. Slebin will go down. Boonsey is still up close by the balcony. 10 seconds left. This should work. But no, he turns away at the last second. Redgroove will find a kill. Does he know where the last man is? Yes, he does, but he still has 1 more second to go. Shot 2 will clutch it out, the Echo! So close, Redgroove. Ah, so close yet so far.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Like, there is no way, no in hell, he wins that.
That was terrifying because Shate was on his drone there for a second, lying prone, because his whole objective there, if you're Shate, stop playing.
Yes.
No time left. Beautiful observation from Red Groove to go.
Why did the smoke go away?
I don't know. Bootsy lost in the sauce there on that one, but Red Groove, brilliant identification, knowing exactly where Shate is, because like you said, they don't come off their angles. They play their positions. Shate never leaving the bathroom for the entirety of that round, regardless of the vertical contention through the floorboards. Staying inside the bathroom, playing it safe, and man, Red Groove almost came away with that. If it wasn't for that one reinforcement, man, that could have been an entirely different story. We might have been reaming out Mouz on that one.
That's... Give me a few seconds.
Yeah.
I need a breather.
I got you. So we go downstairs for a garage defense. Shate still bringing that echo, but it's a bit of a swap up here. Slevin going from the Bandit off the Legion. Gomfy bringing out the Vigil. And surprisingly taking a book out of the page of, I guess I'd say, Empire. Chaos. Staying markedly pat on their operator selection. Rather simplistic operators. Honestly, these are the 5 operators that Empire used to run almost exclusively. Maybe just trying to simplify things. Maybe feeling like they're stretched into the half of the season where they lost a considerable number of games and kind of fell off the track a little bit. Felt like they were getting a little too fancy. I feel like maybe if they simplify things a little bit more, they can get back on track. And that was kind of the storyline of how they came back last week, was they just simplified.
To quote Queer Eye, and I know, we're going to pretty deep. It's not fancy. It's special. And I hope there's like 3 people in chat that also got that. There you go. I believe the Yokai drone was taken away there. Not too sure, but still, Shate still in the back, has deployed his Yokais, and he's looking for a headshot, but none are being given. At this point, oh, Comfy shot down, not even needing to enter the building. Oh, and another one! What? Are you kidding me? Slumming through the wall, taken away by Crips. All of those chips, span them everywhere in chat. Laid them out, chat. Crips, he's collecting every single one of them.
There you go, Gomfy and Slevin. There goes your roaming potential. So if you're Mouz, you're trying to claw this back and extend your lead. Gonna need to refocus here. You've got a lot of plant denial. You've got Wilkie with a Nitro Cell. You got Boonsy's Toxic Babes, and you've got the 2 Yokai drones remaining. But there goes Boonsy. There goes your smoke again. Having a rough go of things tonight is Boonsy. So now it's Shate and Wilkie to try and work their way out of a 2v5 at the midway point in the round. This is looking all but over in the favor of Chaos, but considering Chaos's remarkable run back last week, you can't really count anything out, although Shate will now be down in the office hallway. Renewal's pressing down yellow. A drone will identify Wilkie's position, and through the wall, Red Groove. It's a flawless round from Chaos. And they bring one back in their favor.
Man, this is a close battle. The thing is, these rounds are being won off of, like, close fights, but also a lot of technical ability from both teams. They might be midway through in Pro League, but they're showing that they have the technical knowledge and know-how to hit this sort of professional tier of competition. It's pretty impressive because a lot of times games tend to get sloppy. That's not the case. You look at Latin America, some of the games tend to get extremely sloppy. Not the case here. This is pretty impressive from both sides, and they're both looking to kind of advance up. Mousesports and Chaos can push one another down, but they can also upset the bigger teams at the top, specifically ones like Penta, like G2, like Le Stream, that are so close to getting that 2nd spot and qualifying to Milan.
So, back down to the lobby, defense will Mouz go. Slevin bringing out a castle as he 6-picked off the Legion for it. And again, Chaos staying true to their 5 operators, and rather simple operators at that. Not really making any alterations regardless of the objective, and that's going to hurt them again when they try to attack the top floor. We saw with the Habana really being the difference maker in the last game as far as being able to disrupt any kind of play inside of the meeting room between Penta and G2 whenever Penta were defending up there. Ooh, my. Is Wilkie going to try and spawn peek?
With an M5K hull? No.
I was going to say, he's prepping those windows, opening them up, but it's probably just a scare tactic as Renewal's holding the A balcony run out. The windows up there as well are prepped. It's a good spot to be in, but I imagine Mouz would want to run this back as they did in the first round. Just holding meeting for as long as possible. Make sure you stall out Chaos and make sure you suck up a lot of utility as well from the side of Chaos when you try and enter into meeting.
Vidaline spotting the players on the side here as Crips goes up the yellow stairs. Still hasn't spotted anyone around. Sometimes it feels tricky for a lot of teams to kind of try and push through console or admin, specifically for console, just because you're so vulnerable on rappel, right? A lot of angles where you kind of need to worry about them, and in this case, there's quite a few of these punch holes that you have to keep in the back of your mind. Coffee's still looking through, and it's basically the wrong punch hole for anybody looking in. Secretly will find Shate, but then quickly traded off by Sleben. A big kill to remove the Echo, and I want to say only losing the Sledge. It's not a bad trade.
Big difference maker being that they have a castle deployed right now, or Mouse, so losing the Sledge a little bit bigger of a problem than usual, but here comes the lifeline from Renewals to do the exact same thing at range. Crips as well with the remote detonation from Ash. So now you're down to Boonsy and Gonfi trying to hold as Sleben still playing the top of yellow stairs. He took a little bit of damage, now being stunned out by Renewals. Red Groove holding his flank back in, so he's going to have to stand and fight Crips at the bottom of yellow stairs. Vidaline outside. It's a bad look here for a Mouse defense towards the piano door, and Renewals now, though, going to be down in the midst of yellow stairs. Sleben slowly pushing down, and there goes Gonfi collecting a kill as well. Sleben traded out from Crips at the base of the yellow stairs, but Vidaline and Crips standing one on top of another, trying to work out of a man disadvantage, and not a lot of map control to be had, although, as I say that, Vidaline will walk right into sight and be dropped by Wilkie. Diffuser surrendered. It's all Crips alone on the top of yellow stairs, taking a lot of damage. Trading it back, but Gonfi on a drop shot. Down Crips, so it's Mouse bringing it back again. Round number 4 in their favor, and another 2-round advantage established.
Yeah, not much to do in that location. We're coming out the yellow stairs. It's a very easy spot for everybody to know where you are. And yeah, you just take the pre-fire, you have the info. We've seen the amount of damage that Crips can do on that Ash, but at some point it's like, well, you're not going to hit everybody through the wall every single time, right? So, you know, the reign of terror, I guess, will be halted for just a bit as we head into round number 5. Mousesports securing the 3 rounds that allows them to at least exit the half with a 50-50. But it could all change if Chaos can start, you know, putting those up on the board. Which side are we going for again? Actually, let's see it. We're gonna go to top again. Okay. So a site that Mouse did end up winning before. Granted, it was by the skin of their teeth, so.
It shouldn't have been.
Oh, yeah.
It was a 1v3 with 15 seconds left, and then all of a sudden it turned into anarchy. One jumping out of the piano, was it piano window? I think it was piano window, either that or connector window. Either way, dies at the hands of Red Groove, and eventually would have died to a Claymore too if he couldn't land the shot on Red Groove. And then, yeah, Boonsy just looking away. That Boonsy turn away is really the most questionable portion of that round for me, but nonetheless, Mouse will return to a site, like you said, they narrowly came away with. They do have the 2-round advantage. They're trying to stretch it to 3. And already securing yourself an even half is huge on Consulate. We saw the disparity between G2's play on the attacking side on Consulate versus the defender side. This is a side you're probably supposed to win a little bit more on Consulate, but it doesn't really skew all that defender favor when you look at the statistics. It's closer to the dead middle than maps like Clubhouse or Villa.
Yeah, just like we saw in their matchup earlier on between Navi and Lustream, which was an extremely exciting game, I have to say.
Another game that came down to the wire.
There's been quite a few of those, I have to say, as we get closer to LAN finals, and I'm not surprised at all to have the case be that way. Crips is going to penetrate up all the way through the yellow stairs. There's not really anybody there to contest him. Yeah, has control of it. Shate in the meantime knows what's going on, but he's going to sit behind his reinforced wall in the bathroom. I didn't catch if the wall on his side was fully reinforced as well on the right-hand side, and I believe it is. No, it's the same reinforcement that we had before. Okay, so he can still fight against his opponents, but still be relatively safe. For Chaos, it would be nice to take him out of this position if Renewals can do something with it, and he will come in from below, but he actually does not hit Shate at all. And I don't know if there was any information for Renewals to play off of, but I believe that he used both of his lifelines there trying to hit the player in the back. This should bounce perfectly. No, runs away at the last second and mistimed secretly. At least this time he doesn't kill himself like we saw on Bank before, but it's Comfy actually to take Vidalin away, which is a bit problematic because now your push inside of the console chamber is going to be pretty difficult with no hard breach. Oh, Crips again! Can we just have Crips versus the world at this point?
Just a reminder, that man runs 60 FOV. So the holographic change for Ashe, not going to make the biggest difference because he used to run Hollow Ashe on 60 FOV anyway. But secretly playing down below is also trying to apply some pressure. Renewals will take down Gomfy, and secretly holding that circle desk will stop the flank of Sleben. So now it's down to a 2v4. Wilkie and Shate. Wilkie looking down through some kill holes, and Crips hasn't left his post at the top of the yellow stairs. We talked about the Finns not leaving their angle, but the Swede also doing his best to hold on this pinch point. Moving into Connector now and just escaping the purview of Crips is Wilkie into Connector. Deceptively quick round as we now count down to 20 seconds remaining. It's going to have to be an all-out skirmish from Chaos rushing through. One on the A balcony to come in for the flank and secretly now pushing his way up Spiral. It's going to be split between his teammates. The flashbangs come riding in. Shate blind. Removed by Crips. Inside of the Connector. One will fall. Trying to go for two. Wilkie coming away with the pistol now. It's a potato fest between the both of them. And Renewals wins it out with the RG-15. And Chaos will bring one back. They're only one round down, heading to the last one of the first half.
Like he had the blindfold on there. Maybe it was a bit of a real blindfold. But round number 6 will load on in. Mouz are their last round on the defense, and they'll go again for console meeting. The big part of this is that Shate survived everything except for the Ashe literally running in and killing him. It's a bit surprising, to say the least. With the grenades, the lifelines, everything. Maybe they should find a new position for that Echo to put him as. It's kind of getting a bit predictable, I want to say.
And that seems to be the focus point for, or sorry, the focal point for Chaos on their attacks is either deal with Shate or invest enough utility that you bait out other people to come challenge you when you're trying to deal with Shate and get those kills. So it was a good reaction there from Chaos on that round. Good swap up. Like you said, they lost Vidalin early on those the B windows repel, and Gomfy was the one to take him down from inside of Connector. But other than that, the round from there executed pretty flawlessly. It was winning their gunfights and holding the flanks. Secretly downstairs, honestly, was a big one for me inside of Circle Death, stopping Sleben with that Nitro Cell that was going to go up through the hatch. If anyone made it into the A-bomb inside a meeting room, these floors are fun.
Yeah.
It's like they tried to shotgun them and it kind of sort of didn't work. So now he's finishing it off with the ammunition left in these other two weapons.
It's going to take a while.
It's always interesting to me how
it's 3 magazines expended already.
It's always interesting how the textures change map to map between walls and floors.
Weird.
It is.
With that said, what will Chaos do? Well, they're going to go for more of a console take, or more. Well, that's what really seems to be the case. Since they're bringing the Thermite so often and are really relying on it so many rounds, it makes a lot more sense to go from the console chamber and not from admin, just because you won't have the same level of flexibility. They ran into that problem earlier on in the match, and this is their flexibility to round it. Oh, a great spot on the Yokai drone, and Crips again! Gomfy taken away before he can do anything in the round. And this is Chaos just going through the checklist. Very, very beautiful to see.
This is Crips being the piercing of the armor for Mouz. It's a difference maker here. Shate's going to get droned out just before it hits the mute jammer, and he'll have to fall back into bathroom. He's getting stunned out now by the lifeline. Very predictable placements from Mouz, and seems like Chaos are feeding into that. I don't Definitely need a lot of utility to be able to deal with it. And there goes Shate outside the bathroom window. His renewal secretly claims another victim. Slebin downstairs. Again, it's a run back. It's a broken record. Wilkie will at least claim the life of secretly, and a little bit of damage done to Chaos now as the peek from Boonsie from inside connector, successful at least repelling his ingress momentarily. Upside down repel coming out, shotgun, but Renewals will win it out onto Boonsie, landing the headshot. Wilkie last alive at the bottom of Yellow Stairs. The plant coming down from Vitaline, flash going down Yellow Stairs as apparently there's a call coming out. The Nitro pings come out onto the wrong man on Yellow, and he's still droned inside of Piano. There's not a lot Wilkie can do here as he tries to retreat up the Yellow Stairs. Crips again, the MVP so far in this game, giving Chaos life. And they win 2 in a row. You can see the 60 FOV.
Oh my god.
Ain't that a terrible sight?
Ugh.
Ain't that just awful?
Actually, WOG used to play something like that.
Something else, man. It is something else. But we head into the half drawn at 3-3, not unlike our Penta G2 game we just witnessed on Consulate.
Mm-hmm. How will it go? Because we've had 2 games that got this close, and it's like, well, is it going to be a 7-5, a 6-6, or is it going to be just, oh, we're actually much more comfortable on the other side, and that's where we're going to take it. And honestly, I think that's going to be the case for Chaos. They're a very comfortable team on defense on Consulate, and I would not count them out. I wouldn't put this past them to get to the 6 rounds, whilst only maybe having Mouz running one of them. They'll start off here on the lobby, but again, I also would like to see them going down to the server or to Archive and Tellers, just to see their sort of alibi play and how they run that. I know I harp on about it a few times here and there, but for people that haven't been able to see this sort of setups, it's actually pretty interesting, especially since this is more of an underplayed site.
We saw it once in an earlier game between Penta and G2.
Very true.
And it was a successful defense.
Yeah, they played it very well. Again, G2, the first team to ever play that site. It was introduced back in the second half of Season 8. There was a patch that basically added it.
It got played at DreamHack Montreal as well before Season 8 continued. But you're right, in an actual Pro League seasonal, like regular season match, yes.
I wasn't there. I was supposed to go. I was busy with university and graduating on all of that, so excuse me, Flynn.
I was there. That's how I know, Smile.
It's a good thing you're here, then.
I try. So it seems like Mouz, complete opposite of what we were seeing from Chaos. A little more, I guess, intricate operators. Never mind, Goffy. Open the front door and rush straight through. Crypto will take down one. Renewals for another. Inside of the bathroom, Vitaline as well, doing a bunch of damage. The plant's still going down from Slevin, though, so Mouz are just going to commit to this entirely. Plant successful inside the antechamber. Vitaline will finally fall, but immediately traded by Secretly. Outside now, Boonsie on 10 HP, and Secretly is going to try and repeat. Sorry, this is Shate. Boonsie will grab one onto Renewals, but a run out now from Red Groove. Shate will fall. A 10 HP Boonsie. His rotting corpse now will rest at the front of those main stairs, and it'll be an easy defuse for Crips. A rush, not executed to its fullest potential by Mouz. And they're going to throw the round away the same way that Penta did when they attacked the site.
And somehow make it even more flashy.
Yeah, much more fireworks.
So Chaos nab a free round, essentially.
Don't really know what the plan there is if you're Mouz, why you would commit to that so incredibly hard. Especially so early. I get the shock factor, but there's a time and a place for it, and the call has to come out on correct information. The correct information is typically, hey, they literally have like one person in sight. He's locked in this corner. That was not the case. There were 2 defenders immediately on site, and there was a third one looking through the kill holes on the top of the floor. Like, that's not the perfect scenario. You need a good opening and a good scenario to be able to rush in and take control of the site quickly, and then establish yourself for a retake. The Nomad being banned as well, I mean, that's another thing that could have helped. But also, Shate didn't get asphyxiating bolts down on retake positions. There just wasn't any map control at all. Like, I understand the point of a rush, and there are situations where rushes do help. That was not the right time or place, is what I'm trying to get at.
Agreed. So, we'll see how, I guess, Mouz play this one out.
Yeah.
They have access to the buck unlike what we had in previous matchup between G2 and Penta. But Wilkie won't be able to use that in your standard position up against the console chamber, but he can very easily go up to the atrium, basically go up to piano, use that to his advantage, and Shate will take secretly away. I think he was going for a peek.
I'd imagine so.
Where is he?
Visa window?
Where art thou?
No.
Is he in the back? Hey, maybe if we had a button to show all of this. There's some blood. Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Rest in peace, Clyde. You will be missed.
So he was peeking vending machine window, but then Shate came over and shot him from the far side.
I don't know if it was just a pre-fire or something.
Oh, maybe he could have just been running, yeah.
But yeah, did secretly deploy his Ertilas. Oh.
I think he got them on the garage wall, but although Redgrove's mute, so we maybe just put him on the hatches.
Oh, actually, yeah, let's check the hatches, Marcio. Thank you. You're such a big help.
One of them's open, so that's a hot no and no. So God only knows where they are. Maybe they're laying on his dead body. Who knows? But it's a one-man advantage for Mouz. A brilliant start comparatively to the last round, but Cripps is going to respond and take down Gomfy after we go through all that talking. So that's the Ashe dispelled, and Ashe versus an Jaeger. We're going back to some year one strategies here.
Oddly enough, that fight still continues on to this day.
And both of them lost their ACOGs, just at different times.
German man, no ACOG. Cripps is going to get flash here. We'll have to move away at the last second. Pre-firing so close up, I have to say. Kind of predicting to have a player in there. Wilkie will find the kill on Renewals. Position where he's very well known on here by the piano, but he takes so much damage. Cripps is going to get forced back. Wilkie and Slevin are very low on HP on both the Buck and the IQ. No way to get yourself back up at 50 HP is obviously those pickups have kind of gone by the wayside. Cripps will try to rotate away by the surface stairs, and Vitaly. Oh, Slevin will get taken away.
A beautiful shot there up through the hatch, and there goes Slevin, there goes your IQ. So Cripps still on 3 or 4 HP. Rotating in through the circle desk. Seems like this has been red, but oh my! Crouching behind the circle desk. Cripps with another one. Wilkie will fall. And now it's Boonsy and Shate left. Diffuser in hands of Boonsy. They only have one panel open. They'll open up the second one. Still have Yokai, still have Nitro. Oh, no more Nitro Cell on Redgrove. Smoke bolts come out from Shate. Playing close up on the white van. The ping's coming out, but missing the shots incredibly. Vitaline trying to go for the flank. Shate with one. Vitaline on the trade. Sprays come out from Shate and not going to land. Up on the ledge behind the white van. Trying to rotate back around. He's got contention from Yellow Stairs. Shots through the black car window, but it's Vitaline to win it out. The MP5 SD, close range and chaos on back-to-back rounds. It's actually 4 straight for them. There's a 3-1 lead for Mouz, and now it's a 5-3 lead for Chaos. The Swedes on a run right now on Consulate.
Some might call this like classic Ents, including both Uno and Kanto, weirdly enough. I'm actually surprised. A lot of these rounds, they have good entries, good opportunities to kind of play against their opponents, and then you saw that. And in this situation, Cripps just kind of walks behind them on the Jaeger, where he's not supposed to be, and then just does it. He had no HP. He had no business doing anything in that round after that point. But we go to Tellers and Archives, and we'll see how this round gets played. Of course, Chaos winning this would put them on map and match point with a singular point that they would be able to put up on the board and be a bit more ahead than Mousesports at the end of the day. So Vitaline running the Echo. It's difficult to try and see where the Echo will play in here, but usually the Echo will play downstairs in the servers. You have to worry about the hatches being reinforced, something that Navi actually didn't do before. But playing up the top floor, holding on to admin, holding on to the bottom floor as well. The second mirror window, that's up in the air. You can put it in quite a few positions. It depends if you want to hold more into garage, you want to hold more into kitchen. The yokai drones are going to be excellent as well to give you information. Obviously, with the fact that you don't have a Maestro or a Valkyrie, you're kind of more limited on what you can have in terms of extra info. But keeping this sort of utility alive is going to be very important. There you see the second one as well. Second mirror window played, and the Mira is actually up close in there and holding it off.
Some similar storylines coming up between the games. First of all, Chaos, as well as G2 last game, completely avoiding the top floor. And secondly, could this be back-to-back weeks we see Chaos win 6 in a row? Sorry, 5 in a row. No, 6 in a row. Redgrove now going to take down Shate. I suck at doing mental math, but there goes your Capitao. There go your smoke bolts to try and disrupt the purview of the mirrors. And secretly, a one-tap with that SMG-11 coming down yellow stairs will remove Gomfy from play. Your Ash and your Capitao dispatched off inside the first minute in this garage push for Mouz, falling off the train tracks in a heartbeat. And
you know why? They're holding off the top floor with a lot of kill holes. This is why, when I say you want to ingress into the site, you have to come in from the top and at the bottom at the same time. I know it's difficult, but this is the defense's biggest advantage playing this one. If you don't do that and you don't sandwich your opponents on the ground floor, you're going to really feel it later. Well, Fiddling's going to feel that one in the morning. Boonsy takes his head off very cleanly. The default cam outside is still up in... Come on.
Oh, man. Secretly's going to go for the run out, too. That's how confident they were in the information, but it's a good rotate for Secretly as well, as they know that Wilkie is coming into Visa through the double door. You've got Redgroove down below, possibly with kill holes towards the double door. Secretly's made it all the way back. He's taking a lot of damage in the process.
Oh, the Crips, nice headshot onto Wilkie. A 4v2, but the site's open now. And Slevin's going to try to enter, but the hatch is actually opened up. So Chaos playing this for potential rotate, this can get really bad. And, well, Renouls and Redgrove will make sure they clean up round number 9. They just hold on to every singular position. No advantage at all for Mouz in that round, and Chaos guarantee a point at the end of this match.
So I was talking about similar storylines to our game we just had between Penta and G2. Back and forth first half. The team that heads to the defense in the second half starts running away with it.
And that's what I said. It's like, well, I would not be surprised if they got 3 rounds in a row.
I mean, they have 5 in a row right now, going for 6 in a row for back-to-back weeks. Man, that's going to be incredible. It's going to be a lobby defense to do it. I would be incredibly shocked if they can pull it off. Shate gonna stop trying to bring the Capitao. He's going for the Twitch. I understand it. Not really wanting to keep bringing Capitao. Just not having a lot of success with it. He got that first, I guess, free pick onto the Kaid a couple rounds ago, but outside of that, died pretty early on the flank there. The smoke bolts didn't really do a lot for their garage push and desperation at the end of the round. And he hasn't really used any asphyxiating bolts to try and push either a roamer that's anchored up somewhere out of a strong position or really choke off any rotation points. It's, I think this is a decent swap. Honestly, anything off of Capitao would probably be a good swap for Shate at this point as they look to try and salvage the game. They've already surrendered the possibility for 3 points. They have lost the ability to win this game, but they can still run it back and draw. Just take another comeback. And honestly, any game with Chaos in it now, I'm starting to feel like maybe there's a monsoon of a run at the possibility.
I called it. I mean, look, I said this in the previous season at the end of it, and when they started off in the season, like, you know what? This is Chaos. It's going to take them a bit of time to get back in the groove, but it's definitely the Emperor's new groove at this point. It's not to read by the way. Shate, free kill, red groove. It's not a great groove to be. That's not a great start. We're just praising you. The Renouls with the pre-fires. Find the second one. Boonsy taken away. Your Thermite. Boonsy, as usual, not really having the best of games on his support position, either on the smoke or on the Thermite.
Boonsy's had a bad night overall.
He's been having a bad... Oh,
my God, secretly.
God, that is disgusting.
Beautiful shot onto Gomfy and more damage done now. Slevin taking damage, but Renewals will fall off. Down to about 10 HP. Better trade on the side of Slevin than it is for Renewals, but they have the dock, and Crips will juice him right back up near 100. So now the trade looks better on the side of Renewals. He's utilized a little bit of a utility, but at the end of the day, that's what it's there for. Now Slevin doesn't have a dock on his side. He's got 2 attackers right in front of him. There's Vidaline with the Yokai drones and the Secretary connector.
So long angle will be held by Crips, and he finds at least a bit of spot in the back. He's not going to use his medical device just yet. He spots that angle from the buck as he moves in. And Wookie will take just a tiny bit of damage, not really enough to push him back. The second one on the peak, Crips will find the shot. There's 2 more advancing into the connector. Can he find another? No, Crips is on the floor and very quickly will pick himself back up. But Slibin will find 2 kills as well on the IQ. So much damage done. But the Echo and the Legion are the last 2 alive, and these are great operators to have in this position. The only thing that can make it better is if you had an Echo and a Maestro, which obviously is not available. But Slebin has to be very careful. Wilkie is in. He can use his Skeleton Key to do quite a bit of work before entering, but unfortunately, it's a bit more difficult than just that. There's not a lot of time to use that sort of utility. The Yokai drone, can he find it? Nope, he has to go for the reload, and he's just hitting the metal budge. Thank you, Slebin. Just hit, you literally see it. All right, the drop is going to come in. Wilkie still making no noise. The Echo is poised for it. Vitaline will spray. He'll do damage and down 1 in the back. Secretly will finish off Slebin. Wilkie, last man alive with little time left. This Secretly will just keep running away. The pre-fire! Wilkie wins it! Out of nowhere!
What a pre-fire.
Look, man. Wilkie might be an older gentleman. I think he still got it.
He'd still wipe me off the game any day of the week.
Oh, yes. Well, that's not a difficult thing to do. I've been
okay, bud.
I've been watching you play with Alex. It's a lot of fun.
Well, there goes the opportunity for 6 rounds in a row in back-to-back weeks. But Chaos still in the driver's seat here. Still up another 2 rounds. And again, a strict aversion to the top floor on their defenses. They're going to go back downstairs to the garage. And honestly, rinse and repeat here for Chaos. That round came down to the wire in a 1v1 in the dying seconds. You're still looking really good. Trade potential's there. But it was the superpower player in Slebin, really the difference maker, getting that first kill into Crips at top yellow, and a great reactionary kill, I believe, onto Renewals playing the smoke inside a bathroom upstairs.
Slebin is the superpower player. Slebin is the clutch player. Slebin.
And I mean, it's hard to talk about this game without talking about Crips as well.
Oh yes.
For Chaos.
Oh my God.
This is the kind of performance that Chaos needs from Crips a lot of the time. When he isn't going this hard, it's a tougher road for Chaos. And I think that's kind of one of the biggest changes that happened for Chaos heading into the middle part of the first half of Season 9 was that Crips kind of slowed down a little bit. And part of it, I imagine, was from better competition they were playing against comparatively to their first half competition. But also, you know, Crips slowed down a little bit, and the rest of the team slowed down with them. When Crips is on like this, it's hard not to join into the fun if you're Chaos.
Shot to this time on the Ash, and that's where you can tell, you know, things have changed indeed. Now will he try to breach into this? Send in the drone. There's nobody on the other side of this to spot. I'm just going to check the circle desk. And Gofi coming in, sniping some utility, but it's got to be enough for them to come in. You already hear wall being opened up by Boonsy, which is pretty darn good. You obviously exchange having the buck for having Gofi on the Twitch. Just got to make things a bit easier for you. Obviously, just chuck in your EMP, and that's all she wrote at the end of it. Vidline's down in the back, and you want to go and pick up the Echo. You just don't want to drop all your players on him to try and do it. In the meantime, the back of the spiral staircase has been given away completely to the Ash. Having Vidline so low on HP is not great. Look at the amount of work that Mouz has done with so much time on the board.
Yeah, Crips coming for a flank at the top of Spiral, though, and it was a good play there, actually, from Shate. He was the one who pushed down to the bottom of Spiral, downs Vitaline, and then immediately rips back up Spiral stairs, waiting for the return flank from the guy playing in Bathroom. I don't think he's aware of Crips' location on the top floor, though, and that's the difference maker here. As long as he's allowed to continuously roam around the map with ease and not really be contested at all, then it's going to be a hard take. You always have to be worried if you're Mouse here for that yellow stairs flank. He's got the Electro Claw on the left-hand side of the garage, stalling out Boonsy from getting another panel open. It looks like it's going to be Slebin to peek this, but Wilkie with the shot from downtown will drop Vitaline.
And no EMP left for him to use. Slubin moves in again, and he finds one more secretly with a tap on the shot. They renewals with a refrag though. It's a 3v3 with players in the back. The smoke is doing damage. No, not really. Wilkie's gonna get dropped, but Diffuser's already been set. Renewals will collect the kill. That's the walk-in from the Jaeger. Secretly gets one on Boonsy. Gomfi all on him with Crips, and secretly it's a 1v1. And they open up to try and watch. Gomfi will find the kill on secretly, but Renewals is still in. Does he have a shotgun to use in this situation? Gomfi's gonna have to clutch it. Oh no. Oh no. This happened before. This happened before. But it was Woki in it. The smoke of Renewals has been taken away. Gomfi spotted. Crips right in. Gomfi! He'll clutch it with the F2! And Mouz are still in the running.
My God. They get the plant down. They're 5v3 to a 2v3 in the blink of an eye. And yet, individual prowess there from Gomfi winning out all 3 of his gunfights. Oh, you are so happy if you are Mouz in that scenario that is the one instance in this game that Crips missed his shot. Crips coming up yellow stairs, had a bit of a jump on Gomfi, was firing first, and Gomfi wins it. Crips misses the shot. Just an unbelievable 1v3 there for Gomfi in the situation. Technical 1v3, honestly, because 2 players were downed. But he was able to revive Crips at that spot. Oh, crazy exchange. And now we go back to Teller's Archives for the last round of the evening.
In having the Twitch, it's so convenient. The Twitch had the breach charges. That was so convenient.
That's another difference maker. If he has Claymore, that's a different story. Because he's got a rush down yellow, and Crips probably still would have taken that initial gunfight and gotten downed, but at least he could have been a human drone again to feed the info.
14 killed. The kills are definitely in the way of Chaos. But 6-5?
It's a crazy game.
This explains Rainbow6 Siege. You might be winning when you're getting more kills than the other team, but when you do, it doesn't always mean that you're winning by much. And a 6-5? Oh man.
Your heart's pounding right now if you're Chaos, because relegation spot is still possible if you start losing out and start choking. You're guaranteed, so you guaranteed yourself a point already. You're good in that department. You're at least getting 1. You're making some movement, some trajectory up the standings. But you really don't want to choke this. This was 3 points in hand 15 minutes ago. And now it's looking like Mouz are about to make a run back. You got a Teller's Archives defense, try and hold out. The last time you defended this, it was the aggression and the immediate repellent of a garage push that saved you the round if you're Chaos. Mouz are going to read that. You got to switch up the strategy. Probably pinch them off through hatches, maybe through the kitchen hatch, and then through spiral stairs.
Look, the hatch is open here by the soda dispensers.
Yeah.
You can use that.
Yeah, you're trying to pinch them off at the doorways when they try and push through. The kitchen hatch is open as well, like I said. So you've got all hatches open to try and apply pressure, because Mouz aren't changing up the strategy on the attack. They're still going for the garage push, but they're going to be holding that yellow flank a lot tighter this time around. Gomfi's going to get down by Red Groove inside of the kitchen, so he's at least going to be put on 20, but actually he'll get finished off by Secretly's Toxic Babe. There goes Gomfi, and it's a beautiful start now for Chaos to try and salvage a 6-3 scenario that has almost turned into a tie.
I genuinely recommend this. If you're a fan of just figuring out the site, you have Chaos to look through, because they have been impressive throughout Season 8 and now in Season 9. They're defending this site here on Consulate. Vidalian watching. He knows the drone is coming in and he'll be able to take it away and drop back. He can drop everything right onto his opponents, as now they're unsure of where all of this is coming. Won't be able to escape with the Yokai drone, unfortunately, but Wilkie can breach through the wall and enter the site. He needs his teammates to give him information, and he's going to set up a drone as well to move in through there. It's going to get destroyed. Unfortunately, this means now your flank drone through Spiral is off. You need one of your teammates to basically hold it. Red Groove with a double tap on the Shate. The Ash taken away before she could do anything about actually a soft mirror window set in the back. The server will get open as Wilkie takes damage, but eliminates Vidalian in the back. Secretly, quickly onto Slevin. And so much damage done. Wilkie looking to finish the player in the back, but Red Groove is still alive and very healthy on the Mira. Gets shot. Crips with a headshot on Wilkie. Boonsy, last man alive. Get fired upon, but still. full HP. Crips to go down. Bunsi on the support. He's had a rough game and a rough season, to say the least, but he gets spotted. Renewals with a one-tap to the head. Chaos will take it 7-5, and they will continue to push Mouz back. What an absolute insane game.
Can't really count out Mouz in that game. That was a beautiful run back, and honestly, their start to the game on their attacking side, their defensive side, was quite remarkable. But Chaos, incredible showing of a run there. You've got 3 members for Chaos in the triple digits, 15, 13, and 12 for Crips secretly and Renewals respectively. Beautiful effort from Chaos again when it looks like maybe a game is slipping away from them. The determination and the ability to run it back. Their momentum play is so incredible. They continue to feed off round after round after round. I'd love to sit in and listen to their comms in one of those games sometime, just to hear the kind of like the emotional roller coaster between rounds.
I think they're Swedish, which means there's not much in terms of emotion.
Oh, come on, man. You go on that kind of run, you're down 3-1, and you're talking about possibly losing a great start to the season and it turning into another relegation spot, to turning that game around, or maybe the comms from last week's game. Come on, I don't care where you're from. Those comms are chaotic. Okay, they're marvelous.
Literally.
They're marvelous, all right? They'd be a wonder to listen to. Hey, the Fnatic comms when they won were hilariously awesome.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't tell me you don't want to hear that.
I do.
I live for that kind of stuff.
I do. It's pretty great. A lot of emotion, that's for sure.
Remarkable game from the Swedes nonetheless. The Finns, well, collection of some Finns and other nationalities. Good game from them, honestly. That's kind of the bounce back you need. You lose 7-2 to G2 last week. It's G2.
I mean, they stay at 6th place. They're 3 points above Na'Vi here, Mouz. But Chaos actually now jump up to 15, and they're actually at number 4 now.
Oh, because Penta lost.
Yeah. Okay, interview's ready, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head into that. Demystify the geheimnisvoll situation. Secretly, good evening, Grenade Master. How are you?
Good evening to you, my friend. I'm doing very well.
Oh, you know, chenare as usual. But honestly, that was an exciting game, I have to say. Usually, I'm always very excited to see both Mouz and Chaos playing on Consulate. There's always a lot of deep strategies to see. And I want to start off with the elephant in the room. The surströmming in the room, to say the least, which is that defense on Teller's Archive. I mean, you guys have it down to a science. The Mira window that's played in the soft wall, holding off the top floor in admin, using that copier position as well for usually a castle to play in it. Please, explain to me that top-bottom defense that Chaos seem to just love to play.
I mean, this defense it's something we ran for multiple seasons now, and it's basically just we've changed some tiny pieces here and there, and I think it's mostly the same as a lot of other people do it. We just, I think, rotate differently, and we play it differently on a fundamental level with the operators and whatnot. A lot of people, I think, like they focus too much on vertical play.
Yeah. Even
though just holding long angles, for example, in the basement could be enough.
Yeah, we saw that with a Mira. Even with a Hollow, you're able to hit shots at that distance. What's the deal with opening up the hatches as well? Is that like pre-planned for your own rotations, or how do you think about it?
It's pretty much just for extra pressure. I mean, if, for example, you could see in the kitchen, as soon as they walked in there, we could just see them from everywhere. So they had to not only secure lobby, but they had to watch meeting as well, because otherwise we could crossfire them all the way from there. So opening up as many sightlines as possible and creating pressure, and yeah, of course, opening up the possible rotates as well.
Now, do you think the Maestro ban affected you in any way, shape, or form? Because it didn't really seem to have much an effect on Mouz with the way that Shatya was playing the Echo.
It didn't really affect us. We were prepared for it. A lot of people banned it against us, so it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. We just went along with it. It's a powerful operator, but we can do fine without it.
Very true. And on your side, on the attack in rounds number 5 and 6, Rob pointed this out very, very distinctly. We were able to shut down Sleben every single time he played in the lobby, and that was instrumental for you to be able to get those rounds off of your opponents. Also, let's talk about Crips for a second. what is this man on? What does he eat?
I don't know, dude.
Do you know what sort of diet he's on? Or, like, what does he go into this game with?
Looking at how skinny he is, I don't know if he has a diet at all, but...
That's very true.
Or eats anything, so I don't know. Some days he just shows up and we don't even have to do anything. We just tag along for the ride.
And it was kind of required. I mean, we saw in this is an interesting point, is that at the end with the scoreboard, it got really close with that 6-5, and you guys had a massive amount of kills. Not the case for your opponents. Do you think that things fell off for you at a certain point, and even though you're able to collect kills, you weren't able to kind of transform them into rounds and allowing Mouz to get back to the 5 rounds?
We should definitely have closed it out at 6-3, because we had the lead, we had a 4v2 advantage, and then we got a little bit too aggressive. We fed some kills, so they got back into it. But I think a lot of the kills is because the rounds we won, we just crushed them, and the rounds they won were very close. It came down to multiple 1v1s, so I think that's the biggest factor why we had so many more kills than they did. Yeah,
that Twitch clutch with Gonfi, that was pretty cool to see, I have to say. But with that said, secretly, anything you'd like to say to all the Chaos fans here as you actually go up to the 4th spot in EU, which is a pretty big change from what we saw in the previous season?
Yes, thanks for sticking with us on this roller coaster of a season. We've been going up and down now all the time, so thanks for sticking with us, and thanks for all the support as usual. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, secretly. Again, congratulations on your 7-5 tight victory on Consulate versus Mousesports. We'll see you next week on Friday as you'll be playing against Na'Vi. So that's going to be pretty cool. That's for all the Dota fans out there. They're going to definitely be looking forward to Na'Vi versus Chaos. Anyways, thank you very much and good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Always comfortable. It's really fun to talk to Secretly. Very logical.
It's good to see Secretly back in the interview chair. Or in the interview screen, sorry. You're always in the interview chair.
That's why they call it that. The chair of wisdom.
Well, we had to write on the wall that it was the interview camera.
Yeah, there's literally like a camera that has interview out of it, and I literally can't see that there's interview written on top of it.
No, the lights are too bright.
With that said, let's take a look at our standings at the end of this day, because they definitely have shifted. In what way, Rob?
Well, we're seeing a lot of movement towards the top and finally a little bit of separation. It's been a lot of depth in EU for a very long time this season, but finally we're seeing some gaps form. G2 up to 16. They still lock down the 3 spot, but the stream equalize the ground gain. They go back up to 20 points and maintain that 4-point advantage. Team Empire have not clinched just yet as G2 come away with the win, but Chaos now vaulting up to the 4 spot. Penta falling from 3 to 5. Mouz staying put at 6. Na'Vi and Secret remain in their positions down in the basement of EU. Currently, Secret with the loss and Na'Vi with the loss as well. Closer loss for Na'Vi than it was for Secret to start off the evening, but a good response from Na'Vi nonetheless. Secret still have some things to work out. Still 4 play days left, man. Anything can happen. Anyone can make it. No one is confirmed. It is mathematically possible to not see Empire, but you'd have to have them take their first L for that to happen.
Secret will have to play against G2 next week. Na'Vi will have to play against Chaos, Mouz against Le Stream. The week after that, in week number 12, Na'Vi play Mouz, and the week after that, it's Secret Na'Vi. I think the games between Mouz Na'Vi and Secret Na'Vi are going to be the deciders of who gets eliminated, and if Secret can't get themselves together by then, there's going to be a bit of a problem, unfortunately, for them. They are playing, however, this weekend the UK Premiership in Manchester. So if you're around, you haven't gotten your ticket, and would like to go watch Team Secret in there, and the rest of the UK teams that are also there, we're just highlighting Team Secret because they're in Pro League, then go ahead. It should be a ton of fun. And for people that haven't been to Siege events, you know, we'd always like to highlight that. You know, there's the finals for APAC in Sydney as well at the ESL studios there. Make sure if you're able to go as well. UK Premiership, we had USN that we talked about before. There's a whole boatload of tournaments that if you're anywhere near them, we highly recommend you get to go because it's a different experience, and I think a lot of people can back me up, including my friend here, who actually experienced one for his first time a year and a bit ago, the Canadian Nationals, right before Invite. And guess what? He's right here next to me now casting Pro League. with that said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yet another week of Pro League. We'll see you on Monday for week 11, and we have a few surprises for you then. So make sure you don't miss any Playday number 11 from us and everybody here at ESL. Thank you very much for watching. Good night. We love you.